You in this discussion at Antalya Diplomacy Forum. I think South Asia has a great potential and Pakistan too. But unfortunately, the region has 2 billion of population, 4 trillion of GDP. Bad news that the intra-trade between, within the countries is only 5%. So what we need is to just actually work hard and see that how the more activity between these countries of the South Asia, their inter-trade can be enhanced. I'm sure that there is a huge mistrust in many countries in the South Asia. Without removing that mistrust, we can't have connectivity, and without removing the without having the connectivity, I don't think the issue can be resolved. So it's a high time that there should be a professional analysis of South Asia, breaking down what these countries import and what these countries export, what are the potentials that they can do the trade between themselves and replace, the trade outside South Asia. So I think there's a huge potential and win-win. So Pakistan, during these crises, has emerged as hosting and servicing a huge number of transshipments because of the Strait of Hormuz, which luckily we have a good news today. Pakistan has been working right from day one, 28th of February, to make efforts for de-escalation, telling and counseling all friends for de-escalation, moving towards dialogue and diplomacy, the peaceful way of resolving the issues. And we believe in multilateralism. So, thanks God that things are working. There has been ceasefire, first 6 days, then 10 days, now the 15-day ceasefire. It would end 21st of April. And we are, making a full effort. We had 10th and 11th of April in Pakistan, 21 hours non-stop, long parleys between the US and the Iran. And both countries, actually, is the first time after 47 years, they agreed to have direct dialogue on the condition that Pakistan should be part of it. So it's like trilateral dialogue, but the serious business was between two of them. We were only facilitator and mediators. So we were very close to stitching a deal, but because of the timeline, the delegations had to go back and on 11th. So we are hoping and still working in the background that we should bridge the gap of certain couple of things which are pending. And one of major issue was also Lebanon. Lebanon, we have good news that there is a ceasefire. And the latest good news which we got in Antalya this morning, we had some sense last night that Iran has announced, unconditional free flow of, ships across Hormuz in and out. So I think this is a very good omen, and the crisis has taken a huge dent on the supply chain of energy. The prices have skyrocketed. The developing countries have suffered a lot, and common man has been hit. The inflation was skyrocketing and it went very high prices, and the premium particularly on plats, the premium which was used to be $5-6 on diesel, for example, shot up right up to $200 premium. So you see, all these things would lead to, the recession, global recession. GDP is expected to be hit by 25 to 30% already of the current year. So this is something Pakistan has been trying very hard, and we are very hopeful that the rest of the process, as I said, that there's only a couple of areas which need to be agreed upon by both parties. So we are still haven't given up the hope and working hard to stitch it, because it will be the benefit for the world at large. These barriers can be overcome. It needs a collective effort. Connectivity, as I explained earlier, is the name of the game. But connectivity without trust and removal of mistrust won't be possible. For example, we have a great effort in 2010s, but create China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. It's working very well. But then we made China to agree that it should be expanded to Afghanistan. Likewise, we started in 2022-23 Uzbekistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan railway connectivity. Because once this is done, the entire Central Asian states connected to South Asia, and the Central Asian states are already connected to China and the Europe. So we had a great agreement in July last year. I made a visit in April. You see, the barriers can only be removed with sincere efforts. Railways and roads alone will not improve the connectivity. We have to be sincere with each other, and as I said, professionally, we have to, do the professional work to see how the intra-trade between the South Asian countries can be enhanced. You very candidly said that it's only 5%, and I'm sure there's a great potential that, you see, we would be exporting to third countries, and South Asia would be importing from other countries. So I think if we, all of us together, if we make the efforts to enhance the connectivity, to enhance the intra-trade, because what it would lead to would be the shared prosperity. It will lead to GDP, higher GDP. It will lead to better per capita income. And as we heard, that even this crisis, it has led to not only the loss in the region, but also beyond. There are very serious supply chain disruptions. There are serious, food security issues. There is a serious shortage of fertilizer. Many countries in the Western world, which can lead to serious food security problems. So I think the world is interconnected. It's a global village. So, but we have to first, correct our house, which is South Asia, and then Pakistan is at the crossroads of South Asia, Central Asia, Middle East. So I think countries like Pakistan, Bangladesh, Myanmar, all these countries. You may recall there was SARC. This was an economic bloc of the South Asian countries, but unfortunately the least performing in the world, least performing economic bloc is SARC because of certain obvious reasons. I don't want to blame and do the blame game, but we have been actively pursuing all these corrective measures, but I think all of us will have to do that. So instead of depending outside South Asia, we should first try to have mutual cooperation, mutual efforts, and enhance the connectivity. There is a great scope. We have surely certain roadblocks. They're well known to the world in SARC. It's decades now, but it has not taken the real benefit which could have been achieved. Unfortunately, I would say that now Pakistan has resorted to now trilateral mechanism, having 2-3 countries together to work and overcome. But surely, if SARC was working in true spirit, there would have been a different, right now, picture of the, intra-trade between the SARC countries. You see, there is a fundamental issue also in South Asia, and that is actually required not only for regional peace, but also a global peace. You see, that we've got to fight together, all of us, to eliminate terrorism, from the root cause, because this doesn't let, the countries to prosper, the progress to make, and there are, countries who have suffered a lot, and I think we all need to work together, and we're working together. We should be working together, and I think once the South Asian countries, and if SARC doesn't work because of just one country, I think we need to find alternate ways. As I said, Pakistan is already working, for example, with Afghanistan. We have China, Pakistan, Afghanistan trilateral. With Bangladesh, we are thinking maybe trilateral, quadrilateral, China, Pakistan, Bangladesh. But these are because of, the consequential negative effect of, inactiveness of SARC. So we have resorted to this alternate routes now. But I hope one day South Asia, removes all these impediments and goes to the real connectivity. And there's a great scope, then integrating between the South Asia as well as expanding beyond. So I have no doubt about this, that there is a great scope, there's a great possibility to increase, the GDP of this region, to have the better per capita income. People should have better life, and we can eradicate poverty, which is the worst in our region among different parts of the globe. All members of SAARC are very willing right from the beginning. I happen to be a SAARC Commerce Minister Chairman as Commerce Minister of Pakistan in 97-99. And the only stumbling block is from our neighbor India. So since you have asked a direct question, so as long as, all members equally, work together, you can't achieve, the real objectives and the real results. So that's where the problem is. I'm not here to do any blame game, but I told you that we have started working through trilateralism to overcome this hurdle, because we cannot wait indefinitely. So we got China with us, we got trilateral with Afghanistan, we got now talking to Bangladesh, maybe we have quadrilateral, we got Myanmar or Sri Lanka. So we have to, it is the people who are suffering because of a different policy approach by just one of the members of SAARC. It's unfair to the people. If there are any serious issues, can be resolved. I think multilateralism is the forum which actually becoming weaker and weaker. And Pakistan believes in multilateralism. Last year we had the presidency of UN Security Council. I chaired myself on behalf of Pakistan, and our topic was multilateralism, peaceful settlement of disputes. I think unless we strengthen the multilateralism, whatever disputes are, be it Jammu and Kashmir, be it Palestine, be it Gaza, these problems have to be solved through dialogue and diplomacy, as Brother Azizi said, under the multilateral system. And, we should not let it go weaken. It has been weakening since our membership of the UN Security Council continues till 31st of December this year. We are making all efforts to go into introduce reforms in the UN itself. So I think it's a mutual cooperation. It's beneficial for the people of this country, regardless of who is who. So I think we believe in, equal dignity, respect, sovereignty, and territorial integrity. I think we all have to believe, no matter how big some countries or small some countries, the respect is the same, and it should be treated equal. So Pakistan is always willing to enter into dialogue, to work wherever there are any issue. But I think it's very unfortunate that SAARC, our people of this region, particularly SAARC countries, could not benefit for decades, which could have been, a big economic bloc by now. So let's hope for the